right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Three Rivers Rundown podcast, episode number 3 of season 2. Man, how we living?
Living well.
Doing well, man. Doing well. Sorry about last week, but I'm back.
How was the game?
Right.
It was great, man. Great atmosphere. It's probably one of the best sporting events I've ever been to in my life, and I've been to a couple good ones, and that was definitely up there for sure.
Does it affect the fact that USA lost, or was it still?
So obviously the ending was very disappointing, but the game going to overtime and just the atmosphere itself was absolutely electric.
Yeah.
A little heartbreaking though.
Yeah. And that Brady to Chuck is
Yeah.
probably my favorite player in the NHL right
I
now.
know. Both of
Yeah.
them. I like both.
Everything about him, man. He just, gets me fired up. Especially when he
was-
scored that goal and he got the crowd fired up, man. It was awesome.
You got a picture with them after, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Let's put that right here on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's put that. Send that. To
Good
Steph.
dude too.
We'll
Good
have that
dude.
pop up right now. But guys, big weekend for NFL purposes. We got, if you look right over Joe's shoulder, we got the combine going right now. I guess maybe it's a commercial break or something.
It is.
Last night, what we have? O-line, D-line, and tight ends?
D-line went 2 nights ago. No,
Okay.
today was tight ends.
No,
Tight
yesterday.
ends. Oh,
Tight
was that
ends
yesterday? That was a rerun. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Tight ends ran to 40. Big shout out to Gavin Bartholomew, Pitt's tight end. I think he is a very
Third fastest.
underrated.
Time.
Yeah,
Good
he's
for
a
him.
very underrated tight end. Well,
Underutilized too.
yes. I think that Pitt
Severe.
should have used him like Tyler Warren because I think he's more athletic than Tyler Warren. I'm not saying he's better, but I'm saying he's more athletic. And
You know the
were
funny
seeing
thing?
Tyler Warren line up at quarterback a lot of times. Like,
You know
they
the
just
funny
line him
thing?
the ball.
Bartholomew, like I think he grew up like a Penn State fan and like around Penn State. Like I
Wow.
think he lives. I could be totally wrong on this. I'm going off of a inkling of
Yeah.
whatever I heard.
My question is, how much
Interesting.
longer they're going to keep this combine going? Because you've seen like the top 10, 15 picks of the draft, especially this year, are opting out to do the pro day. And it just makes me wonder, like, is the combine going downhill? Obviously, there's a smaller schools that are going to get invited to the combine, which is huge for them. But I wonder if they'll just like do like pro days, like for the smaller schools, maybe like, one of the smaller schools goes to a bigger school's pro day or something. Like, I'm just wondering if, something's going to change along the lines because all these guys are opting out.
I don't think it will. I think the top guy sitting out is that's going to happen. Like they will still do their stuff at the pro day, so they don't want to do it twice. I mean, you're risking injury or something, and you're compared to so many people at your position that like people really look into the numbers, and sometimes the numbers don't tell the real story. So I don't think that the combine will ever be obsolete. I think that if anything, it could get to the point where like there's no like first round guys, asked to come, and it might just it gives those other guys that aren't really up on the draft boards a shot. Because I mean, there's people that can run 4.2s that you don't even know their name.
Right.
I look at it like this. I mean, I could be completely wrong with how I look at it, but it's like I feel like a lot of the top guys don't perform at the combine, but they'll perform at their pro day because usually for pro days, you have a bunch of guys that are on your team that weren't invited to the combine. So it's like they're like, okay, like if I don't do the combine and just do my pro day, they'll still see what they need to see. And then my teammates are also going to get recognition because if you're a top guy, you're going to have almost every
so many scouts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So it's like more of like a look for like your teammates. Cause like a perfect example is like yesterday, Tyler Warren didn't run the 40 and it's like, didn't really matter what his 40 couldn't impress anyone to make him go higher. It could only hurt him. So he's like, why am I going to do it there and then have to do it again at the pro day? Why not just wait for the pro day? And then there could be guys who aren't invited to the combine where it's like, okay, now they want to see me run. So they're going to come see me there. And then they'll see my teammates too.
So is that how that works then? Like, so like say like the top 15 guys opt out. Do they invite like the next 15 like in line? Is that how it works? Or is it just like nothing happens? There's just like 15 less people.
I think they rank everyone.
Do they get more invites?
That's what I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Like if someone declines? I
Yeah.
think so.
Well, that could work out for a lot of those guys and then just miss the cut then. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, true or not, but it's, it's interesting.
I'm curious how they pick. Like, are they looking at teams' draft boards, or are they just ranking the top however many players?
I personally have no idea how they figure that out. No idea.
I'm curious to
But the
know what-
combine, dude, it's super cool how it works. So, you know what I mean? All these different
I
dudes
love
from
it.
different schools show up. You don't know who's going to run a 4.2, who's going to run a 4.6. I know you said that Ollie Gordon, one of the best college football running backs, ran a 4.6 today, which I mean, it's still fast, but like, you know, that's not like a top tier, breakaway speed guy at the NFL level. So it's just interesting to see, the difference between, that next step.
Yeah.
And the whole draft process.
So I've drafted this guy, Devin Neal, in a Steelers mock draft, but I really want to see the dude after him, Raheem Sanders, like elite top end speed, like from South Carolina. I honestly don't know much about him other than that, but I've heard a couple things that, sounded like the Steelers could use from him.
What position is that, Joe?
That's his running back. So this is David Neal from Kansas.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I knew him.
Yeah.
I got a trivia question for you guys that I just found out last night. Who has the fastest 40-yard dash time in combine history for a tight end?
4.6. Fastest in combine history for a tight end.
There's two people tied. One, they both ran a 4.4. One is kind of like, I don't really care if you guess him, but the other one is why I think it's cool.
Jordan Matthews.
No, he was a wide receiver.
Didn't he switch at the end then?
He switched in the NFL. Like he was drafted by the Eagles as a wide receiver.
Here we go, boys. Raheem Sanders.
Steph, was he a big time player? Is he like a current player, or is he a big time player? Or is he?
So the one that was tied for 4.4,
bad start.
Big time name, and the other guy,
4.47.
You would only know him if like you were from this area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mike
From this area.
No.
Gronk. No.
Wait, did you say
not a big name? The one
Did
that's
you
big
say-
name, the other one's not.
Did you say they were both active though?
No, neither one's active.
Oh,
If you guys were curious, Raheem Sanders just ran a 4.47.
I literally could care less about Raheem.
Had a
Sanders right
bad start. He had a bad start too.
now. So I'm assuming he went to Pitt.
Oh, Doran Dickerson.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
he was just
Oh,
on
yeah.
Christian's podcast this past
Yeah.
week too.
And
Yeah.
then the other guy was Vernon Davis with a 4.
Okay, I
I
didn't think
I
of
should have
that.
guessed that one.
Yeah, I should have known
that's-
that.
That was the one. It was like I don't think that's that impressive because it's like we all know he was a speedster, but Doran Dickerson, I thought it's kind of cool.
That is cool, man. West
Yeah.
State guy.
Oh yeah. It's on the,
Yeah,
on
he
the thing.
was just on Christian's podcast literally this past week, and Christian said all good things about him too. He said he's one of the nicest guys
Really
he's ever
good
met.
dude.
So yeah, So he went to Pitt. Did he play all 4 years there? Did he transfer at all?
No, he didn't transfer. No,
I think he was there.
he got drafted out of Pitt to Houston.
Yeah.
As a what? Tight end,
Tight end.
obviously.
Yeah, tight end.
Yep.
Huh.
He was
Good
there
for
for
him. I didn't know
maybe,
that.
maybe
Dude,
2 years. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really remember him in college. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know
I don't
why.
either. I don't
Yeah.
either.
Him?
Like
oh,
I don't
dude.
remember him at all. Like he
In
got
Palco?
drafted. He obviously had to be pretty good. Like I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
it was good.
I used to watch Pitt football like religiously. Like, I mean, I still do to this day, but like that's why it's so crazy to me.
Yeah, he was really good. What do
But
you
all
guys
right,
think?
guys.
Should we get to the mock drafts?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's get right into the mock draft. We've done picks 1 through 4, so today we have 5 and 6, which is Jacksonville and the Raiders. Let's get right into it. We'll do what you guys want to do 3-4 rounds.
Yeah, we're doing
That's good.
3. I
Okay.
did it for 3, and it's going to be normal speed, and we'll be able to see who's all being picked at this speed. Real quick though, Dom,
Yo,
what are the Jaguars' biggest needs?
Jaguars are
Pull that up.
offensive line, defensive back, and wide receiver.
Okay.
Those
Okay,
are their
what
top
about-
3.
What about Raiders?
Okay.
Raiders they have 5 listed here actually. Running back, quarterback, linebacker, offensive line, and wide receiver 2.
Okay.
They specify 2.
Okay. All right.
So,
Well,
yeah.
let's get into it. Here we go. We're starting. Let's see who goes first off the board. Shador.
Wow.
Cam Ward.
McMillan, what?
He's really freaking good. But
Yeah,
that's
I
a
would
weird
like to-
pick for them. All right.
Yeah.
No trades. No trade. Who
That's
are
a
we
gr-
getting?
That's a great
Yeah.
trade.
Hold on, dude. I want to accept it. No.
Travis Hunter is coming to Pittsburgh.
All right, let's see. DB. There's no way he falls this far,
Yeah,
guys.
there's no.
I don't want to say we take Travis Hunter because I personally don't think he falls this far.
I actually
I
totally
agree.
agree.
Let's go, Will Campbell
I was going to say I think Will Campbell's absolutely perfect for him.
or Mason
Agreed.
Graham. Mason Graham's a freak show too.
I
We'll
like
go Will Campbell. I think that's like the generic pick in a lineman first round.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like
wait, Dom,
Mason Graham for this.
what are
next
these guys?
pick.
He's not okay. What are these guys' needs again? Can you run through real quick?
Running back, wide receiver 2.
Pass rusher, linebacker.
Like edge rusher?
Yeah, edge rusher. Yeah, it says pass rusher, but yeah.
So I was gonna say I don't think they do this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they took Genty. But then Mikael Williams would be my other one, I'd say.
I like Mikael Williams a little better than just for the Raiders purposes.
Yeah.
I think you need to go to the edge. That's just my opinion. I mean,
but hey, Raiders, they have great success with drafting first round running backs.
What do you say, Mikael Williams?
who was the last one, Steph?
Josh Jacobs.
It's true.
I would say I'm cool with Mikael Williams.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it too. For sure. This got to be Travis. Where's Travis, dude?
Wow,
There we
11 to them. Wow.
That's
Genty
crazy.
to the Cowboys might actually happen. I've been seeing Warren to the Colts like no one's business. Let's see. Nick, no, that dude. We're not going to draft an edge.
No.
Yeah, that's
With Jalen Walker on the board, we're not going to draft that guy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we're not doing
There
that.
goes Ibuka.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't even see him. Where did he go?
He got drafted like 5 picks ago.
Oh,
Hey,
New England.
Hey, that's a
dude.
hell of a pick by the Pats.
Wait,
All
but
right.
who'd they take with their first pick in this? Okay,
Abdul
Abdul.
Carter, as they should.
He's going 1 in my opinion, but
Yeah, I think so too. All right, so maybe a guard, a D-back, receiver, a D-tackle, correct?
yeah, offensive line, defensive back, wide receiver.
Jade Barron. Let's see.
I think Jade Barron for sure. I wouldn't mind if the Steelers got him in the first round.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I like that the safety from Texas, Makuba. He lays a boom.
Yeah.
You got the boom.
All right, I like it, guys. We're doing well so far.
Yeah, sorry.
Uh,
I mean,
all
we're
right.
just not looking at the tight end from Bowling Green. I'll tell you that right now.
No, dude. I honestly think it's Amari Hampton.
I was gonna say. I
He
think
was-
that
he's
would be a
supposed to
great.
That's
be-
fine as long as we
I
don't look
was
at the
seeing
tight end
mock
from
drafts
Bowling
where
Green.
he goes in the first.
Yes, like mid first.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
dude, I
He's
saw a couple
supposedly
where
the
he was going
two.
to the Steelers too.
That would be
Yeah,
great.
I saw that too.
But
But
like
he's not.
that,
He's not
yeah.
a speedy guy.
the
Like,
only running back I would want the Steelers to take in the first round is somehow Genty falls. Otherwise,
I
we
agree.
do
Yeah, not the first
don't
round.
touch.
Yeah.
Don't touch a first
still,
round
though,
running back.
like
I'm only saying the reason why is just because the value. It's like he should be gone way before us. And if he's there and you are taking a running back, that would be the. I don't think there's any other running back that's warranted a first round pick for the Steelers' purposes. We already had a first round running back and didn't get burnt, but didn't turn out good. So
who we getting here? 52. Gray Zabel. I actually heard
Which
a lot of good things about that.
I don't
guy.
think
Could
we
put anything
would
on
take
the
him
line.
either. We just took an edge and a tackle. We just have 2 first round tackles on our team.
I could see
and
us
we
drafting
have
an
star
lineman
edge.
though. I could see us
But
drafting an lineman
not
first
the
2
first
rounds.
2
So
picks.
could I.
No
I
way.
think so. Yeah, huh?
No way.
Steph, it's
I
the
w-
Steelers.
I think we're
You never
personally.
know what they're gonna do.
I wouldn't be surprised about defensive line. I think
I think
defensive
you-
line may be our
Listen,
first
you
pick.
go wide receiver has to be first or second
Oh my
round.
god,
And
guys,
then
he
I
fell
think
into
you
our
have to take a
lap.
running back.
I think this is the perfect pick for the
Dart.
Raiders. Although I think Dart's going to be a first round pick still. I do.
I do too.
I don't know how he's fallen to the 3rd round in these.
Give
I
it,
mean,
yeah,
it's a
that's
no-brainer.
great value. Yeah, no
Right?
brainer for
That's-
sure. Yeah, no doubt.
Then I
Which
think
is
you
good.
take their wide receiver
Isaiah,
too right here.
yep, Isaiah Bond for sure.
Yeah,
No doubt, Isaiah Bond.
I'm
Here.
with that.
I don't think he drops
Makuba.
that far either.
Where's Makuba going to go? Makuba might go to the Raiders.
Do you think they get 2 Texas guys?
Why not? Chemistry. 3 Texas guys. Oh no.
Oh yeah. Wait.
No.
2.
No. None.
Oh.
Dude,
Wait. What?
The Jaguars. We drafted.
I was gonna say. Alfred Collins is a stud.
Yeah, he's a freaking specimen.
What about
I'm cool with
look
that.
at receivers? Because I know receiver 2 was one of their needs.
Yeah, it's true.
Strepper's a beast.
Kyron
Lacey's
Lacy.
a beast. Yeah.
Where's Savon? He went already.
And
TCU guy is supposed to be really good.
Give him a wide receiver. I don't really care which one.
Restrepo's good.
Restrepo.
Yeah.
Slot, much more than a slot receiver. Let's see, Higgins, 6'4", 214. Kyron Lacy just has off the field issues a little bit, but
Yeah. He'd
He's
work
really
out perfect for the Steelers in our
exactly,
culture.
but can you imagine him and Pickens on the same
That's
team?
the point, dude. That's
It's
just,
unbelievable, but then it's also like
that's Steelers culture right there, dude.
Yeah.
it really is.
Troublemaking wide receivers. Which makes sense. Kyron Lacy to the Eagles.
Oh, we traded back. All right, here we go. I'd say a guard or D tackle.
Go off of
Maybe a
wide
safety.
receivers.
They got the 3 needs that we had.
Makuba's right there for you.
So I don't know if you want to do best available. Like
Get Makuba. Give him 3.
That's 3, but like those are all great picks.
Dude, the Eagles do it with Georgia in real
With
life.
Georgia.
Why can't they do it?
And for some reason, Palmer wants to do it with like Maryland. Like,
right. Although we have a couple Georgia picks ourselves now. I mean,
Yeah,
we do.
Elijah Arroyo. I think he's going to be the best tight end in the class. I'm calling it for right now.
Rondé Gads.
bro, is that the dude? Oh no, that's not the dude that's like 9-year eligibility, right?
No.
I was gonna say, geez.
Yeah, no.
I really like this draft for the Jags. I'm not gonna lie. They should take notes.
Dude, the Raiders is good too.
Gladstone, take a look.
Listen, fellas, this is solid.
Yeah.
These are
Go
both
to,
good,
go to
good
full results.
drafts.
Let's just see what the Steelers did in 3 rounds. I always
Oh,
like
boy.
seeing go back there and see what the Steelers did, which
Nick
I don't-
Scourton.
no chance we do that.
We
I don't
traded.
know.
it.
I don't think we do
traded
that.
out and got this guy.
There he goes, Gadsden.
Yeah, no.
He's a
can't-
freaking specimen.
Can Cam
Sick-
Scatabo goes to pick
Guys,
after us? Are
guys.
you kidding me?
Look at him.
Dude, I actually really like Cam Scatabo. I think he'd fit right into our offense.
I
I'm not gonna
think
lie.
I think he would be absolutely perfect for us.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that breakaway speed like Joe was saying earlier, but at the same time, it's like he's not going to come in here and be a premier back. It's going to be a split backfield, him and Warren.
Right.
And I think that would be absolutely perfect.
I've
Totally
seen
agree.
him.
I think he's a
to the
Steelers running
Ravens a
back.
few times.
What'd you say,
Scatabo.
Joe?
Yeah,
That would
I've
be
seen him mocked to the Ravens.
Dude, I'm so sick.
That seems weird because they just got Henry, and
Yeah.
who's that other Keaton
Justice
Mitchell they
Hill.
just drafted recently too? A young
Yeah,
guy.
they must not be super high on him. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
got
mean,
a
Justice Hill
notification.
honestly had a decent. Like he filled in well when he was like he played well.
yeah. I think the best pick in all of this draft is Jackson Darts, pick 16.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
crazy.
agree. Totally agree with that.
I got a notification that the Bengals and Chase deal is not even close. They're very far apart right now.
I mean, he's asking for like 50 mil.
I know. Dude, I'll tell you what though. I mean,
Yeah.
Daniel Jones got paid $40 million. You tell me Chase shouldn't get $40 million? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Chase is so much
that's-
more valuable than Daniel Jones ever was or ever will be.
Yeah, but like
Different positions,
It's
though.
different.
I
dude.
understand that, but like,
You can't base it off of what they gave a
well,
quarter.
what's Jetta's got? Jetta's got what, 32 or 33 a year or something like that. His deal's pretty high, isn't it?
Yeah, they should have signed Jamar Chase before last season because all he wanted was like $1 more than Jefferson, and now they're
I
gonna have to
know.
pay way more.
I remember that. That's crazy.
There's a
Yeah,
potential Steeler running next, and Caleb Johnson
yeah.
out of Iowa.
Oh, yes.
I will
remember
say,
that.
Watch him after
I was
this.
at the exterminator's house like early in the season, and we were watching the Iowa game, and he told me, he's like, watch this running back. He's going to be the Steelers running back next year. Like he said, this like week 2 of the college season.
And the colors fit right in. Black and
Yeah.
gold.
Easy transition. Should have took the G.
And the cold weather. He's used to the cold weather and, playing up north.
Jordan James, come on, kick. Oh, he,
What was it?
literally exact as his first one, 4.55. All right, we got Caleb Johnson coming up here. Let's see it.
Oh wait, who was that? Who just ran?
Yeah,
Jordan James.
Yeah.
I said he's coming up next.
Like,
Because that guy was already getting set.
Where's
All right,
Where's Jordan
here he
James
goes.
from?
Oregon. Here we go. Quinshon Judkins.
I swear, Oregon always has a running back with the last name James.
Yeah. Go.
Here he goes.
Go. 4, 5,
What'd he get?
7.
That was
4, 5,
slower.
6,
He looked
7.
so much faster than James.
Yeah.
Didn't he? He looked
Yeah.
so much faster.
way faster.
I wonder what Judkins is going to run. I don't know.
But hey, Dom, so last week, what me and Joe did after we got done with doing the draft, we went on and just read recent NFL news and we just kind of gave our 2 cents on it. So probably going to do it again and see if we continue to like this segment. We'll keep doing
I feel
it
like
during the offseason.
you're going to see a bunch of Stafford news coming up on there.
So,
I mean,
the very first thing that pops up, it came out today. It says Aaron Rodgers among quarterback options for the Giants with Matthew Stafford returning to the Rams.
I actually got a notification with that.
I always thought that's what was going to happen.
Dude, listen, they're desperate too, man. Like the Giants are going to do something insane. Like I won't be surprised if they get Rodgers and Devontae or Rodgers and Cup, whatever. They're kind of in desperation mode here.
Yeah,
Dable's probably got 1 year left if if they don't succeed. If I tell you guys, so
yeah.
So
I don't think him and Rodgers would work out.
Yeah.
So with Matthew Stafford heading back to the Rams also agreed to a 3-year, $57 million contract with their offensive tackle, Alaric Jackson.
Wow.
It's interesting.
Congrats, Alaric.
Yeah. They brought back Stafford, and they probably brought back I think is he a left tackle?
I don't want to talk too much about the Steelers because I don't think anybody knows what they're exactly going to do. But I think because we're a cheaper organization, like we don't pay like especially the quarterback position a crazy amount of money. Mm-hmm. I just think we're going to get outbidded with both Fields and Wilson. Like I could see them both getting bigger contracts somewhere else. So I think we're going to have to go elsewhere. I don't know if that's going to be Rodgers, if it's going to be Daniel Jones, or if it's going to be a rookie. I don't know, but I think
Fields wants to play here, though.
He does, but he's going to get. I'm telling you, there's going to be a team that offers him a decent amount of money.
Well, but honestly, in recent years, we've had free agents come out and say that they were offered more money somewhere else, but they wanted to come to Pittsburgh because
but when you have
Tomlin, I don't think Fields wants another change. That's a whole nother year of learning a new playbook.
Yeah,
he's probably kind of comfortable right now. He knows the guys, knows the offense. Like I don't know. If I were him, I would take a pay cut, prove yourself here, instead of going and learning a new playbook, proving yourself somewhere else just for an extra $2 million, whatever it is.
Another thing with that too, though,
he'd be our guy. He has a chance to be our guy.
We have a brutal schedule again next year.
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah. No, I know. I agree. I mean, I would love to have Fields back. I just I could see a team offer him like $18, $19 million contract. I can see it.
I think we'll be in that ballpark. I think we'll be 15. 16.
Yeah, I was thinking like the 13, the 14 area. But I mean, hey, I don't know.
Salary cap went up a lot.
It did.
A lot more than they thought it would. So, I mean, that's highly beneficial.
All right, guys, for this recent news, it says 2025 NFL Combine, what we learned during Friday's activities in Indy. For on-the-field stuff, it says corners bring spotlight with worthy-type speed. You had Maxwell Hairston from Kentucky and Darian Porter to run 4.28 and a 4.3.
Wow.
Bond said he's breaking it.
Yes, he's going to run a 4.21 or something.
I'm pumped to watch
4.41
run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another thing that they said is big safety puts on a whale of a show. It says on Thursday, Nick Emenwari hit the podium and made a confident proclamation. A safety like me hasn't come through this league in a long time. A lot of speed, a lot of size, a lot of ability. Yeah, South Carolina. 6'3", 220. He had a 43-inch vert, an 11-foot 6-inch broad jump, and he ran a 4.38.
Wow.
He was the second fastest
6'4", 240.
Yeah, he was the second fastest safety, only behind Kansas State's Marquise Sigel. who ran a 4.37, so 0.01 off from that. They said his 40-yard dash time is faster than Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb's, and George Pickens.
Wow.
Makes you think.
That does make you think.
Then this is off the field stuff. It says Shadur shows confidence at the podium, discussing his future in the NFL. He talked about how he's not planning on throwing at the combine. There was Cam Ward's waiting for pro day to do anything.
This is my point. Like, going back to my point earlier, like why aren't they throwing? Like, I understand maybe like a couple of the stuff, but why can't you throw?
I think it's the same thing like I was saying earlier. I think they don't want to bring them to their pro day to represent.
They don't want to be compared to anyone else, and they want to bring scouts to watch their teammates.
But speaking of throwing, it says Jackson Dart and Jalen Milroe will be throwing on Saturday.
Yeah, Jalen had a bad stretch at the end of the year. Not even just the games, but the Senior Bowl too, man. Like, he wasn't looking good at all. And I think he has some potential, but he's got a lot of things to work on.
Yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
So talking about Isaiah Bond here, it says new 40 king to be crowned. Isaiah Bond boldly predicted on Friday that he'll best Worthy's mark of a 4.21. He said, I anticipate to run a 4.2, or possibly, if I'm feeling great, I'll be running into 4.1s.
That's what I saw too. Yeah. If he runs into 4.1s, dude, that's absolutely insane.
Insane.
It's a Texas speed.
Bond. The number 5 off the field thing says Genty is planning to attend the draft. So
nice.
I saw that.
That's probably crazy to him.
They lowered the amount of people like participating in the actual draft this year. I think they're only inviting like 10 players or 15 players. I think it was 10 actually though. Like in the back room. Like it used to be like almost every single possible first rounder, not every single one, but it was like 20 to 30 guys.
Yeah.
Now it's like 10.
Listen to this. It says no running back has been selected in the top 5 since Saquon Barkley went 2nd overall in 2018. Jeremiah, I don't know who that is, but Jeremiah had Genty falling all the way to the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 21 in his most
round of applause real quick if that happens. Just round of applause if that happens just real quick.
I'm not big on it. We got burnt. Not burnt, but like
yeah, I agree, but I just think if Genty's there, like I said, I can see, like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders took him at 6. Like, that's the kind of talent he has.
Joe, that dude's really a stud, man.
I know he is, but like he would be a premier back. I think you need to get someone a little bit later to complement Warren, because I
agree.
What's the point?
It's just hard to pass on Genty, man. It is, especially Pittsburgh.
I don't know, dude. I mean, their shelf life is you never know. He could get injured. Like,
that's anybody though. Anybody can get injured.
That's true, but like running back shelf life is not much. It take a lot of hits. Like, he ran. How many times did he run the ball this year?
Look at what there was a couple year stretch where the running back position was overlooked, but look at like Saquon did this past year. Like, look how much better Philly was with him.
I think look at all the running backs that went to new teams. Look at all of them.
Josh Jacobs,
Derrick Henry,
Joe Mixon,
Aaron Jones had a solid season.
So why draft a first round running back when you could sign a guy that like?
Well, who's in free agency for us to sign?
My
thing too is I just think Genty would be. He's, like I said, he's the only first round running back, just because I think this draft is so deep at running back. Yeah, you could take like Hampton from North Carolina into like mid to late first round, or you can wait till like a 3rd round and get like a Scadabo. You can go out in like a late 2nd round, get the Iowa guy. You can go out and get both Ohio State running backs. Like, it's just such a deep running back class. It's like, that's the only reason why I was like, wouldn't really make sense to take one in the first round, because there's going to be so much talent in the later rounds also.
What do you think the chances are that Pittsburgh takes a running back within the first 4 rounds?
Very high. Actually,
give me a percentage.
Let me take that back. I don't think we do. I couldn't tell you what article I read or whatnot, but there's like an interview where it's like the Steelers are kind of hinting that they're not taking a running back in this class. They're like, a lot of fans might be upset to hear this, but they want to bring in a veteran running back, and I've been hearing a lot of stuff about J.K. Dobbins. Chubb too. But I'm saying that's why I don't know if the Steelers do take one. Is just because of like that alone, and it's like I kind of get it. Like I feel like our team, we have bigger needs other places, like rather than running back. But
I don't know.
Who knows what happens?
You got two midgets, like.
But I'm saying, like, you can go out and get a free agent running back like a Dobbins or like a Chubb or something where it's not like he's not going to be game changers, but like they're going to do like a solid enough job. I mean, to be fair, J.K. Dobbins, when he was healthy this year, was a top 10 back easily.
It's just like Najee, though. He has no breakaway speed.
Yeah. 100%.
I want that next level guy that if he can get a hole in 10 yards, he can break it. I want that type of player. You know what I mean? Like,
but I'm saying,
sick of these.
I don't know if the Steelers are prioritizing that right now.
Well, we need something different at the running back position.
I just think there's a lot other needs that we have that are way bigger. Like, I think the number one need on the whole entire team is hands down receiver. Hands down.
Yeah.
I think if the Steelers
offensive line's right there too, though.
If the Steelers don't take a receiver in the first or second round this year, I think we're in trouble. I don't see a lot of receivers later that are going to be like come in and be immediate impact. I mean, obviously there's somebody out there like, but
what if we ended up getting like a vet though? Like it's Cooper or Devontae or
I would love to get a vet, but I also still think you need an early draft pick.
Yeah. I think we haven't seen Roman Wilson yet either.
Here's my
Antonio Brown was drafted in the 6th round.
Yes, but I'm saying like
George Pickens was 3rd, or no, it's George Pickens 2. Second. Sorry, yeah, it was second.
But so like, here's my thing: is I don't think we give George Pickens a contract.
I think we do.
I don't think he's earned it, and he's going to want so much money. I said this at the beginning of the year, and I remember both of you were saying, we'll find out this year. I said, George Pickens is not a number one receiver. He does not have a route tree.
I think he is. I think he is. I think we just didn't have anybody. We had no number 2. Like, we had Van Jefferson. Bro.
I totally agree with that. Yeah. If you put another threat on the opposite side of the field, it opens him up like nobody's
100%. 100%.
I do not think he's a number one receiver.
Well, that's your opinion. We'll see if once we get.
We just need a second guy, dude. We can't be running around with Calvin Austin and Van Jefferson.
But we said that at the very beginning of this year. You guys were all saying like, "Oh, he's a number one." I said, "I don't think he's that good."
That was also
I don't think he's that good.
No. Let me rephrase. I'm not saying I don't think he's bad, but I'm saying he's not a guy who's going to be the number one receiver on any team. But he's going to be a guy where if he's a number 2, he'll be like a Devontae Smith talent. Like it's like. He's hands down the best number 2. I'm not saying Devontae Smith couldn't be a 1, but it's like if he does become that sole 1, I don't think he's not a route. Like he doesn't route people up. He has to make great catches. This is one thing I said about him last year, and I'm going to say the same thing this year.
He only ran like 4 different routes.
Yeah, that's not his fault.
No, that's not his fault. It's the offense.
Yeah, I don't know why you think it's his fault.
Dink and dunk. Take a shot. That's all.
I just don't see him being a true number one receiver
because you like they don't show anything else. They do simple shit.
When I don't think he's ever open. I think he makes crazy plays, and that's how he gets the ball.
He is always open.
I'm saying because he makes, but I'm saying like actual like route running. I don't think he like beats people. Like a perfect example is like when Deontay Johnson was here.
Statement.
I'm saying when Deontay Johnson was here, I thought that was the best we've seen from him. Because you had a guy who you can actually target and throw to 80% of the game. And then George Pickens, like, there'd be a couple plays where it's like, all right, now we're going to beat you over the top, bro. Okay, now it's like they're focusing on Deontay. When Deontay was here.
You're talking about a Matt Cannon offense, by the way, but go ahead.
Even though we had an Arthur Smith offense and
Arthur Smith, I mean, he's a running offensive coordinator. I mean, we run the ball 60% of the game, and then we throw that deep ball to George Pickens. You know, that's all we do. Or Freiermuth does a little, Y sail route or something. That's all we do. That's all Pittsburgh does. It's very simple. I mean, it doesn't work.
True number one receiver, he'd get open.
He does get open. He does get open, though.
They would build an offense to find him the ball more.
It's not easy to get open whenever the other team knows one of the 4 routes, or every of the 4 routes that you're going to run.
Yeah.
I just
it's the NFL, dude.
I don't think we can keep saying that it was because of the offense.
2-0 us today, Joe. 2-0 us today, by the way.
2-0. That's 2-0. It might be 3. This one's
so
bad.
Matt Canada's offense, he wasn't good because he was in a Matt Canada offense. How come Deontay Johnson was good?
I never said he wasn't good.
Wait, what'd you say about Deontay?
Dom, you were saying that because of the offense. You were like, oh, the Matt Canada offense. How come Deontay Johnson thrived in it?
He did okay.
He got so many targets.
I don't know if he's.
He had another threat on the other side of the field, opening it up for him.
If he thrived in it, why didn't we keep him?
Off the field stuff.
I don't know about that. I think we could have. His contract was a little high, but I mean, if he was thriving, like you were saying, he's thriving, then I think we would have signed him back, and that's why we're going to sign George Pickens, because I think Pittsburgh understands he's that type of guy.
I don't think he is, personally. I think Deontay Johnson won't.
Okay, but that's fine. That's your opinion. You're trying to tell us we're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm saying I said it at the beginning of the year, and you guys were gun-ho. It's like, no, now that he's the number one, he's taken over this offense. He's going to be a top receiver in the league.
You would think,
exactly what I said happened.
That Arthur Smith would do some stuff when you have Russell Wilson, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He wanted to run 10-yard routes and take a shot every 10 plays.
Personally, I think I'm 2-0 right now. You guys are saying you're 2-0.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing.
I said beginning of season, I said we're going to find out George Pickens. You guys are saying he's going to dominate.
And we found out nothing because we run the same 6 plays.
Literally
let me say, you guys also were saying that Russell Wilson was 10 times better than Fields.
So did you.
I said it for like 2 weeks. I said it for 2 weeks, and after that, I said, no, listen.
I mean,
you literally made a point to make a statement.
I even came back and I said he's the worst red zone quarterback in the NFL. There's no reason why we're in the red zone.
You literally made a whole segment on this show about how you regretted saying Justin Fields was better than Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
You did a whole segment.
No,
you started off saying, I want to apologize to you guys. That's how you started this.
I might have said that, but that was after what? 2 weeks he was in, and then when
he won 6 games in a row, scoring 30 points.
Dude. I just think,
regardless, the thing is our offense is not built for like someone like Pickens.
It's not built for Russell, or it's not built for George Pickens.
Not at all.
It's neither one of them.
And that's why
diversify.
That's why I said we don't bring Pickens back.
Why get rid of Pickens and keep Smith? Why not get rid of Smith in a year or two and keep Pickens?
You're saying that
with
about
someone
the team
else
that just kept Matt Canada for 17 seasons when everyone was saying he was the worst offense coordinator.
No,
it's just the Steelers thing. Dude.
Yeah, it is just a Steelers thing. 100%.
So we're talking about the Steelers. The Steelers keep coordinators that shouldn't even have a job, and then they get rid of receivers and don't give them contracts. So that's exactly what I said, and you guys are like,
I personally think we're going to make an exception for George.
But that's not. It's George Pickens. It's not anyone else.
Yeah,
we paid AB because he was AB. I think we're going to pay Pickens. We didn't pay Deontay Johnson, one because he was probably wanted too much money, and two, he did have off-field issues.
Well, we did pay Deontay Johnson.
Pickens is like a generational athlete. He's unbelievable.
Speaking of coordinators, we need to get rid of freaking Terrell Austin too, man. We have all this talent on defense. We honestly probably have the best talent on the defensive side, maybe outside of Philadelphia. Like just talent. I'm just talking about talent. And if we had the right corner,
too,
dude, we're loaded on defense. Loaded.
Yeah.
Dude, Herbig could start on any other team right now. Maybe besides Philly again, but
yeah,
I called Herbig.
He might.
I called Herbig in the preseason of last year. I was like, or not this like past season, the season before his rookie season. I was like, you watch, he's going to be a stud.
Yeah, he is a stud, man. It's just like, it's a shame because if we had Brian Flores, if we kept him, instead of going with Terrell Austin for some reason, I don't understand it. I think that we could legitimately be so much better. But actually, like I said, both coordinators, if we just find the right coordinators, dude, and I'm not trying to make any excuses, but I think the reality of it is like we need a younger OC, with this different, pass heavy offensive teams and a better DC. And I think we can be rolling a little bit, but
I agree. I totally agree with that because Terrell Austin has shown consistently year in, year out that he has one of the best defenses in the league on paper, and they can't do shit with it. And honestly, it is Tomlin.
And he has a job still.
He still has a job. And I think Tomlin is going to have to swallow his pride and step aside, manage the team, and bring in a guy like a Flores that has experience in this. And that's what you got to do. I mean,
yeah.
Or Tomlin's got to get a change of scenery or something. I mean,
like if you think about it, bro, like the Rams have like no business to like be playing with all these teams, but McVay is such a wizard, you know, especially on the offensive side. Like he always has them in contention. Always.
He knows how
their
to win.
offensive line was terrible. Then the next year they were great somehow, and like Stafford's throwing the ball great, and Cooper looks like himself for a while. But
you know why they're great? They brought in Kevin Dotson.
KD.
Wait, real quick. I was just looking up like leaders for targets this past season. I find this insane. Wan'Dale Robinson this past season had 140 targets and 93 catches and still had under 700 yards.
Wow.
What?
That is
to put into perspective, the next guy with the most targets that had under 700 yards was Xavier Worthy with 98 targets. He had 42 less targets and to equal the same amount of yards. That's crazy to me.
Well, that just speaks on the Giants
and
there. That
not even that. It's like the 140 targets, but 93 catches. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Where would that put him? He would be 13th in catches and 12th in targets in the NFL. And yards, he's
like 3,032nd in yards.
For yards, he was 51st when he was top 15 in targets and catches.
Yeah.
I just thought that's insane.
Yeah, talk about a franchise. Like, you just don't know what to do at this point, man. I think they're just in shambles. Like, what do you do? I mean, you have Malik Neighbors. Yeah, it's great and all, but, like, you know, every other position is kind of iffy right now. The offensive line stinks. Quarterback stinks. Running back's okay. Defense is okay.
Another crazy thing, too, is Wan'Dale Robinson was 12th in targets and Malik Neighbors was second. Two guys in the
down
top
the whole game.
12. The only other two people, or the only other team to have two people in the top like that is the Jets with Adams and Garrett Wilson. No, Bengals. The T. Higgins was 30th in targets this season.
He missed some time early.
He did miss some time, yeah.
He played in 12 games.
Yeah.
Montreal Johnson.
With that being said, Malik Neighbors only played in 15 and had 170 targets. Jamar Chase played in 17 and had 175. So he's 5 targets away in 2 less games.
Those two dudes they're a little different.
LSU.
Receiver U.
Surely is. Got some freaking freak shows coming out of there, man. You know what? Ohio State has a case too.
Dude, don't sleep on USC.
No.
Don't sleep on USC.
I mean, who they got? Amon-Ra.
Pittman. London.
Pittman, London,
Amon-Ra. Addison.
Well,
I mean, that's super respectable. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it compares.
No, but Addison's Pitt.
Hey,
I don't care what anybody says.
What about Mr. Juju?
Juju.
Boo-boo Schmidt. There's Raheem. Go ahead, Raheem. He looks like a Steeler to me, boys.
Raheem Mostert.
Sanders. It's Barry Sanders' nephew.
Is it actually?
No.
Ah, right. I knew that.
What else we got?
I'm intrigued by this one. It just says Patriots are stunned with Jalen Polk's growth in rookie season. I'm confused.
I loved Polk. I loved McMillan. I loved Penix. That was my team 2 years ago. It was Washington. I was all over Washington every week. I bet them every week, and they won me money every week. They went a perfect 11-0 or something. Then they lost to who? Oregon.
Yeah, they lost to Michigan, didn't they?
Wait, I thought Jalen Polk had a horrible rookie season.
What's that?
Didn't Jalen Polk have a horrible rookie season?
I don't think. I mean, I don't. He wasn't going to be like their premier target. Like
He's
I
also
think
just in a bad situation. Like that New England offense is also one of those scenarios where they're just
grown.
not.
But dude, they're going to be fucking good again. I'm telling you.
Who, New England?
Yes.
They need another running back too. I'm not huge on Stevenson anymore.
They needed someone to compliment him. He's solid.
Yeah,
He's a good running back. They need a good compliment.
like a
Maybe
speed guy.
50 split. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say, well, you know what? Stevenson is kind of well-rounded. He's not like very slow, but he can catch passes. Like he catches a lot of passes.
What
Few
about
years ago,
Gibson?
He had like 70, 80 catches. Gibson's solid, but he hasn't shown consistency at all.
like do you think Najee would fit in
I
well
think
there? Or no?
Gibson's been
No,
better the past few seasons than Stevenson.
No.
What about like so more of a speed guy, huh?
A little bit.
Like
I
a
mean,
DeAndre Swift?
yeah, like maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
'Cause I
even
think-
someone not even as good as Swift. Like
Like a Kenneth Gainwell.
man, maybe. I don't know.
Or just a rookie.
J.K. Dobbins would do well. Although he's
He
not a
doesn't
real
have
speed
speed
guy.
though, man.
Yeah.
I
He's elusive though. He has that like elusiveness, like where he just looks like very fluid. I feel like
he looks so slow when he breaks loose. Though. It looks like he's not even running.
he's not very fast. I mean, he probably runs a 4.6.
I will say, J.K. Dobbins had way more breakaway plays this season than Najee Harris. Has
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
but he's also had more torn ACLs this decade than everyone in history combined.
Isn't that sad that he still has more breakaway plays this past season than Najee, who's been fully healthy his whole career?
I think we're just so used to seeing Najee get like 3-4 yards. Like we just want somebody to break loose
Najee's longest run in his career, I'm pretty sure it's like 30 yards.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Like
He looks so slow, dude. Talk about
as
slow.
an undrafted rookie, his first season had a longer run than Najee Harris has had his whole career. And Najee Harris has been our premier back for 4 seasons.
Didn't Naj have like a 40-yarder this year?
Maybe.
He might have, but still, like even that, like
I know, but
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's why we kind of do need a home run hitter because
100%.
Warren's not that either. Warren's broke some long runs, but he's not going to blaze by guys.
yeah,
At the third level.
man, it'd be nice to be a Philly fan right now.
Wouldn't
I mean,
it?
well, you can't ask for anything. I mean, your defense is loaded up. Your defense was terrible last year. Just loaded up this past year, or this year. I'm sorry. And, you got Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. Dude, that football's sick.
How about that?
This is on StatMuse, so I don't know how accurate it is. But how many 100-yard rushing games do you think Najee Harris has in his career? 4 seasons, pretty much has played every single game.
Like
8.
8. I was going to say 8.
8 on the money.
Hey,
Let's go.
Dude, that is horrible.
that's terrible.
3-0. That's 3-0.
That is 3-0. That's a quick 3-0. Yeah.
Wait, how did I lose there?
Because we
got you. We got you.
You didn't
We got you,
guess
bro.
8.
You didn't think we were
You
gonna get
guess
that?
8.
Yeah.
I just think that's so sad.
It is. I feel bad. Keep beating you.
Jeez.
It's the truth, though, man.
Just be like it. You're just in a little bit of a slump. That's all. That's all it
So
is.
in 2023, it says Najee Harris's longest run was 37 yards.
Okay.
2023, 37, you said?
Yeah. But to be fair, it was a 37-yard touchdown, so could he have taken it farther? Maybe, but it looked like he was about to get hawked, so doesn't look like and it was also against the Browns. I feel like that shouldn't count. I feel like our running backs always do good against the Browns. Najee Harris's best game was against the Browns, 188 yards.
How much was it? How many?
188.
Wow. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up anymore.
By the way, Steph, I forgot to tell you, I really like that hat.
I said it too. It's a nice hat.
Thank you. Final thing I want to ask you guys real quick is just actually, no, there's two quick things. Number one, this is just comes up. Travis Hunter, he said during the combine, he said he wants to play 100% of the snaps on both corner and receiver in the NFL. And quotes, he said, "I am just different."
You can't do that at the NFL level, especially with that type of body. He's 80 pounds, 190 pounds. Your body can't sustain that.
I think he plays both ways, but not like he'll be a full-time starter at defense. And I think he'll have packages at offense.
Gadget,
yeah.
Kind of like what Dion did the same thing.
Yeah, I was going to say also more than this, but it's like a JJ Watt. Like they would put him in a tight end, like in the goal line and stuff. Like he'll have packages where it's like in certain situations, like, all right, we'll get him on the field and stuff, but it's not going to be like,
dude, it's so different from the college to the NFL level. Like you can get hurt so easily playing 100% of snaps like that.
Granted, I hope we're wrong. That would be so.
Me
cool
too.
That would be so cool to see a guy go both ways. I
just don't think a body can handle that.
I just don't see how it could happen.
Yeah.
It's tough.
You want your number one corner to come out and not be dead from the previous offensive possession.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like it just won't work.
Right.
I wish I got to start saving videos, but I was reading something and I saw this video about how the Eagles are using their cap space and everything. I was wondering if you guys saw anything about that.
Yeah, aren't they like deferring a bunch of their contracts?
Yeah, it's like hard to say. Yeah. Like say it's like Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is the prime example of it.
Yeah, an example is that it's like a 5-year, $200 million deal. Don't quote me on that. So let's just say he's making $20 million a year. Well, instead of giving him that $20 million a year, and instead of it being 5 years, they're spanning his pay over like 8 years. And it's like when he's actually with the team, he's making nowhere near $20 million. And then when he's gone, they're going to be paying him. And they're pretty much saying like by 2030, 23 teams in the NFL do not have a single dollar accounted for from their cap. Like they haven't spent any money whatsoever. And that's 23 teams. The Eagles already have over $60 million designated for that season of contracts. And they don't have a single person under contract by that time.
Damn. Well, they're just putting the organization at basketball. So, I mean, granted, it's great.
I don't know that, dude. Roseman will get them out of it. Roseman's unbelievable.
No, the reason why I personally like it, and this is why I wanted to bring it up to you guys, is they were like, it kind of showed like a graph then also. It's like how much they're like supposed to pay out. And then it's like compared to like the percent that the salary cap goes up every year. Like right now, that 60 million sounds like a lot. By the time that year comes around, that's going to be like next to nothing of the cap. Like it's not going to affect them. And it's like they're getting all these star players. They could pay everyone right now. And
I'm surprised that's legal though, that you can do that.
Look at baseball. The Dodgers,
no, I know.
Dodgers do.
But the baseball doesn't have a salary cap.
Yeah. But like,
so it's different. But that's why I'm like surprised that's a thing, and why more teams don't do that, which is weird. I mean, obviously they don't want to put themselves in a bad position down the road, which the Eagles could possibly be doing that, but it's just interesting how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
like it's almost kind of a gamble, like a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
See, my thing too is if it's the salary cap keeps going up, I don't see how it could be a negative thing. Like they've been to 3 Super Bowls since 2018 and they're pushing their contracts down the road. They've been doing this, and 2018 to 2024, 2025 season, they're back and winning a Super Bowl, and they've been doing this. So clearly it's not affecting them because they're just going to keep doing that.
I still think it's going to bite them in the ass eventually if they keep doing that down the road. I mean, they're not going to be able to pay anybody in those years that they're deferring all these contracts to. So
that's what the Rams were doing too. They're basically kicking the can down the road. And I remember on McAfee, I think Les Snead was on, and he was like, how's this work? Like, you just keep kicking the can down the road. Like, I thought that, you know, you gotta pay the piper at some point. And I thought which that was interesting, but I can't remember exactly what Snead said, but he had a good reasoning for it. I wish I might try and find that clip, honestly.
And also, here's another question I'd ask. Would you sacrifice, like, to win a Super Bowl, would you sacrifice of, like, 3 years where your team doesn't have a salary cap and you guys kind of stink to win a Super Bowl?
100%, I would do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
no doubt.
I
But I don't think we have the
for sure.
ability to do that with our coaching ability.
You know what's even worse than winning a Super Bowl and then being like really bad for like 4 years is being very, very average and not having a chance for like over a decade, but like you still make the playoffs, so like you get hope. That's
Dude, listen, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't know what the quarterback talent is next year in the draft, but whenever the next time like a great quarterback's coming out, maybe Arch Manning or whatever, I wouldn't care if we went 0-17 that year. I wouldn't. I would go through one bad year to get a good quarterback like that. I would.
Real quick, this is the final thing that we can wrap this up. But my dad said something to me, and I disagreed with him so much. And the more I thought about it, I was like, this would be kind of sick. He goes, this offseason, you make next to no moves. You like get like just players that you know are going to be bad. He goes, go out and sign Daniel Jones. He's our quarterback this year. He goes, just stink. Next year, 2026 draft, Arch Manning's coming out.
Yeah.
Draft in Pittsburgh. Dude, could you imagine how electric that would be?
Electric, bro.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
No.
I'll take one. I'll go 0-17 that year. I do not care. I don't care.
It'd be crazy.
I'll still support them. I'll go to the games.
Not even the fact of like we get Arch Manning. We get Arch Manning, and like this is obviously assuming he pans out to be like really good. But like you get him in a draft that's held in Pittsburgh. Like,
I'll be on stage,
dude.
That's right.
I'll be.
I can't wait for that, dude. I'm going. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
I don't know if they figured out where they're doing it or not, but I remember I kept telling my dad, do it at the point.
No, it's not at the point. It's at Gold Lot 1A, right next to Acrisure Stadium.
Oh fuck! I thought
that's
it was at
horrible.
The point.
It was supposed to be at the point. They changed. My dad's on the board, so he knows.
Why'd they change it?
I don't know why. They're putting a football field at the point. I think that's the reason why. Yeah, they're like making a cool like little like field or something like that.
For
I'm
what?
not sure.
That's horrible.
Just like a little activity thing. I don't know.
For the draft?
Yeah, for the
they not putting it at the point.
I said, imagine how perfect this is you have a stage just right on the point. You have that whole area where everyone can stand, and then somebody gets drafted and they get a little ferry over.
Yeah.
Gateway Clipper.
Yeah,
dude, it takes so long.
No, they're all on the Gateway Clipper.
Yeah, but there's so much time.
They have like a little boat that ferries them over. Dude, that would be sick.
Yeah, the original plan was supposed to be the point. Because I thought that
would be the point. What the fuck?
Yeah, they changed. I don't know what happened, but yeah.
You got to have a conversation with your dad and say, we got to figure this out.
You got to tell him.
Say Three Rivers rundown. We had a discussion. We're changing this.
Let us plan it. We'll plan it.
The amount of money that they're bringing in for the draft is an insane number. I forget what it was, but I probably shouldn't even be talking about this. But yeah,
that's good for Pittsburgh.
That's huge.
The hotels,
like
and everything.
In Detroit, they had like 700,000 people or something, or like something crazy like that.
Dude, I'll be absolutely hammered that day.
I will say I've been the exterminator told me, because since I live kind of close to the city, he goes, dude, just rent your house out for a weekend. He goes, you can make so much money.
For sure.
Steph,
like charge something crazy.
I heard that, speaking of that, like, you know how the Opens here this summer, the US Open
which I want to go to, by the way.
Tickets are expensive. People are getting crazy amount of money surrounded their house. Crazy amount. So yeah, doing that for the draft's a good idea. I'm not even kidding.
Pass for the U.S. Open, the exterminator found it because he was actually talking to me about this yesterday. He's like, we should go. It's $250 for a day pass.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's worth it.
That's not bad for a whole day pass, and then the food there is like
the food there is like $30. Drinks are like 20.
No,
yes,
food's cheap.
No,
drinks. I'm sorry, drinks are super expensive.
I think they make everything cheap, though. I thought.
No way.
I don't think food.
I think it's just food.
It was like I don't price list of food, and it was like for like a burger and fries, it was like $3 or something.
I don't know if it'll be that cheap though.
Steph, you honestly, Timmy made a good point. You should honestly think about doing that. I'm not even kidding. You can go live, with whoever for. Dude, I'm telling you, Joe, they're making crazy money. Dude, I'm telling you, you're getting a crazy amount of money. Yeah. If they give you $1,000, you don't want somebody sleeping in your bed for one night?
No.
I would do that.
if someone gives me $1,000, they can have my house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Guaranteed.
One night, no doubt.
Oh, hey, I'll just go stay at Joe's since he's not renting his place.
There we go.
Here we go.
Doors open.
There we go. But all right, guys, with that being said, everyone make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on push notifications, do all that fun
TikTok,
YouTube stuff.
Instagram,
Yes.
YouTube Shorts.
And guys, real quick, I do want to say we are climbing closer to that 100 subscriber mark. Every day, it seems like we're getting a little bit closer. We're hovering at 85 now.
Let's do a giveaway.
If we get to 100 and like people comment on not our shorts, you have to comment on the full video. We'll have like a phrase. If you say the phrase, you'll be entered into a contest, and winner gets to go to Joe's house with us for the draft.
They get a copy of the George R. Martin Feast of Crows book too from Game of Thrones.
Nice. I'll
Thank
give
you,
them.
thank
I got a
Thank
nice wallet here with a Sheets card and then a couple things in here. So
I'll sweeten the pot. You also get an automatic card shuffler for $6.
Yes. Yes. Actually, I want that.
And to top it off, I'll give you guys. I got this chapstick, lightly used,
Perfect. Yes.
and this lollipop with a scorpion in it. So,
That's the last thing I want.
I'll show you guys something fun too. They won't want it, but if they want it, there's a Lego made of me. He's got a little camera he holds.
Let me see it.
oh, hell yeah!
I love you can't give that away, Steph.
Look on his
keychain.
shirt. There's an S.
Mm.
You know, because I'm into photography stuff. He's got his camera.
Yeah, but Steph, you can't give that away. That's you.
Look, I got that for my 24th birthday.
Good shit.
That's cool.
I'm now 74, so it's vintage.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you want to enter into the contest, comment Porcupine.
Oh,
All right.
Wow.
No, you just have to be the 100th subscriber.
No.
Oh wait, yeah.
Because I'm not going to know who's the 100th subscriber. Some people don't have their
It's on them.
thing on.
It's on
That's
True.
on them. It's on
True.
them.
True. All right, we're out of here. Peace.